Hey everybody, how you doing? It's getting toward the end of January, and some of you guys are probably already starting prep for contests in April and May. For a lot more of you out there, you still have probably 3, maybe 4 months left of off-season training that I want to urge you today to take full advantage of. The thing I've noticed with a lot of competitors, bodybuilding and other divisions, is they think it's all about prep, 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 prep. And prep is very, very important. Don't get me wrong for a minute. But let me ask you this. The last time you competed, if you didn't win, why didn't you win? Was it purely because your condition wasn't good enough? Other people had better condition than you and that's why they beat you? If so, you're probably right in thinking that for you, prep is pretty much everything because you just need to get in better condition. But maybe you didn't win because you needed things that other people had. Other people beat you on mass. They beat you on better balance. Certain body parts of yours weren't up to par with other body parts. Your balance and proportion and symmetry weren't as good as they could have been. I've noticed a lot of people look at the off season as sort of a holding pattern time, limbo. They're just kind of training, but they're not really that serious. They're not that consistent with their eating, making sure they're getting in all the right amounts of protein, carbs, healthy fats every day. They kick all that into high gear once prep starts. That's when they never miss meals. They make sure they're eating everything they're supposed to be eating, the right foods. They're very serious about their training. This is when they start training harder. They start doing, forced reps, supersets, drop sets, all that. That's great, but off season is when you're going to be improving your physique. This is when you make the improvements that are going to show once you diet down. And if you're not taking full advantage of the off season to make those improvements, I promise you, somebody out there that you're going to be competing against is. And in all likelihood, they're going to beat you. I should say that genetics always do factor in. Some people just have way better genetics. Some people just don't. But that being said, it is within your power to change as much as you can change. Add the mass that you can. Work on body parts that you know need work. This is when you do it. This is when you have the extra calories. You're not doing all the cardio. You're probably sleeping better. This is when you can actually train harder and make gains. People kind of have it ass backwards. They start doing the hard training, all the supersets and drop sets and all that stuff, forced reps during prep. Well, guess what? During prep, most people don't grow. Very few people are able to make any kind of gains because you're trying to lose fat. You're taking your calories down, your carbs. You're doing a lot more cardio. Your body just doesn't have the resources available to manufacture more muscle tissue. Off season is when it does. But a lot of people don't take advantage of that. They don't take the off season seriously enough and realize that this is your opportunity to make changes, make improvements in your physique. You should be working just as hard now. In fact, the term off season is kind of misleading because it makes it sound like, well, this is kind of when you're taking it easy, you're taking a break. No. Yes, dieting is harder, doing more cardio. Those things do make bodybuilding a lot more difficult. That's why a lot of people don't compete. But make no mistake, you should be working every bit as hard in the off season to make improvements. That means eating every 2 to 3 hours, getting in all the protein you need, the clean proteins, not things like chicken nuggets, chicken fingers. A lot of people seem to think that's adequate protein source. This is when you want to get more sleep. This is when you want to make the gains because these are the gains they're going to show when you diet down. If you fail to take advantage of this, when you diet down for your contests, you're going to look exactly the same as you did last time. And if you have maximized your genetics and this is great, as good as your physique's going to get, okay, I guess that's fine. But vast majority of people out there, you're not at your genetic potential yet. You have not maxed out. You can still improve. But if you wait until you're prepping, till you're dieting, to start getting very serious and training more intensely and being consistent and dedicated to your meals and getting your rest, you're never going to see the results. You're never going to see the best physique that you could have. So there's still time left. It's only January. We still have February, March, April. Those are still pretty cold months that most of us can take full advantage of and make some nice gains. So please, I urge you, if you have not been taking full advantage of your off season, do it now. Talk to you guys later.